What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. My name is ZachGamingDad25, and today we're gonna be talking about how this All-Star promo might not be what we think it's gonna be. Let's get into it, man. But first, if y'all don't mind, I'm gonna get into some of these YouTube comments because y'all been showing so much love on these videos. Only right that I show love back to y'all. First, my boy Mongol said, "Yo, Gaming Dad, this is just a question regarding what you said about trying out cars that we pick up in the future. As I remember, you're on PlayStation. Some of us are on Xbox. Do you have access to an Xbox? Keep up the great content." Okay, so here's the update on that, okay? So I am actually debating getting one because for the time being, I would love to make these gameplay videos. But as far as it goes with my PlayStation, I made a mistake of making 5 accounts on my PlayStation when I was doing different kinds of grinds, like my no money spin account, my breakout grind, my 7 days no money spin grind, stuff like that. I made different accounts for those, so now I can't log into anybody else's account, so I can't do the gameplays on PlayStation even though I wanted to. And I've had multiple people on the Xbox side reach out to me saying they let me use their account. It's not exactly in the budget now, but I'm thinking about getting one in the future when I can afford one. And when that happens, I will let you guys know, because a lot of you guys that came forward with the Xbox and said I could use your accounts, so I'd be down for it. Next, my boy David Yule says, "If y'all don't mind, everyone's hyping up All-Star Weekend and saying it will crash the market, but is anyone taking a look at who is in the All-Star game? I'd be struggling to name 5 cards that make my team. I mean, even LeBron already has an opal, so what's another one gonna do, for example?" So 2 things. I think people are banking on the fact, which I'll talk about this in a little bit, are banking on the fact that these cards are gonna get SIG updates, which so far I think mainly only Dark Matters and Michael Beasley have gotten SIG updates. And there's some certain cards that we haven't got opals for yet, like Cunningham, for example, like Wimby, for example, those cards. So yeah, 5, what is there? How many? I don't know how many All-Stars there are, but they're banking on cards like LeBron, who already has opal, to get SIG updates. Same with like Giannis, so that's what they're banking on. But I don't know exactly if that's what's going to happen anymore. So I think that 2K is realizing that with this slower pacing, people are so crazy about the pacing at the beginning of the year, but the pacing in reality has actually been slower with how good these cards are. I think they're realizing people are still spending money on these cards. So I don't know if All-Star Break, if this drop is going to be as good as we think it's going to be. We keep thinking that, oh, this is going to be the set. This is going to be the set where they do it. This is going to be the set where they do it. This last set we got, everybody was saying, oh, here's the one. We're going to get Zach LaVine with a quick release. We're going to get the Juice Paolo. It's not happening, guys. I'm not saying it's not going to happen on All-Star, but look, Paolo had like +2 3 ball, like +4 perimeter defense. Like there was no changes. His SIG's exactly the same. Zach LaVine had like a little bit better defense in his pink diamonds. SIG's exactly the same. Paul George, who was already a juiced card besides his SIGs, his defense was already juiced. He really had 95 3 ball. He already had like 97 driving dunk. There was really not many ways to improve that card besides changing the SIGs, and they didn't. So I think, if I was a betting man, I would say, which I am, so but I don't think that All-Star, they're gonna update the SIGs. I hate to say it. Now, I might be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But I think at this point of the game, they're just gonna ride it out until like the game gets completely stale. Season 6, season 7, or it's gonna, they're gonna have to make cards better, because right now they're not showing any signs that they plan on doing it. Lastly, my boy 101 UT Rod says, "I'm glad they're doing things the way they are with the cards. Aren't that big of upgrades. I just got this pink diamond PG-13 and diamond Paolo on my no money spin account, and I was already feeling anxious that like they're outdated. The new ones are better, but I can still hoop with what I got." And this is why also that they're not feeling a rush to update the cards, because some people are enjoying it, and the people that aren't enjoying it are still spending money. People are still spending money for the opal Pal, the opal Paul George, the opal Paolo. They're still spending money. So I think 2K is not really in a rush to roll out these SIGs. Now, granted, this is all just conspiracy, because we all know 2K makes the whole game and all the content like a year in advance, so I might just be making this up. But you know, I'm glad that, you know, some people are enjoying it this way. I don't mind it because I don't really know how to dribble and shoot with quick releases anyways, but I can see the frustration. Let's get in the community corner. We tackle some of the hot topics around Twitter and give our opinions on them. First, 2K dropped some new content this weekend. They dropped trade deadline challenges, which were exclusively on Myteam mobile. At first it looked like this was an L, but in a way it became a slight W. 2K didn't plan it this way, but I'm sure anybody who is anywhere involved in the community saw the PlayStation Network was down all of Friday and Saturday. So some people, I didn't check for myself, but some people were able to play on mobile but weren't able to play on the PlayStation. So in a sense, this was a little bit of a dub, kinda. But it was a 95 plus hidden gem pack for the challenges. There's not that many great hidden gems left, but still, I think it's a free content's decent. It's okay. I didn't check out the challenges myself. I chose not to really participate because I don't really want the card. But you know, for somebody, it's a W. Next, my boy Rip City Rich says, do y'all ever get tired of playing the same 5 people in tier 1? I feel like a lot less people play Showdown now. So I would say this, even before people stopped playing Showdown, I was running into the same people over and over and over again, because from my experience, 2K bases it off of a couple things. First, they base it off of, you know, what tier you're in. If you're in tier 1, I almost exclusively play tier 1 people. Once in a blue moon, I played someone a little bit lower. Well, I feel like that might have been if there was like nobody playing tier 1 in my area. 2, how good your team is. When I was tier 1 and my team was like, when I was doing challenges with like amethyst cards and stuff, I'd play against lower tier cards for the most part. Not always. Sometimes I get matched with God squads. But even when I was in tier 1, if my team was bad, they kind of matched me with the lower team. So I was literally, because my team was really good and I was tier 1, I'd face against like the same people over and over and over again. Earlier in the year when I was taking Showdown a little bit more serious, I barely play Showdown now. But when I was, it was like in the heart of the game and people were playing. I was playing the same people over and over and over again, which I think is the biggest flaw with Showdown. The rewards suck, but the matchmaking sucks even more. It's not even about not wanting to play competition. It's just I'm facing against the same 3 or 4 people that are whooping my ass every time. But to answer the question, less people are playing Showdown because 1, salary cap rewards are better right now, and there are other stuff to do. They're giving us more stuff to do in the park. I see a lot more people playing park now. Some people like offline, and they're actually giving us stuff offline. So before, I feel like there was some people forcing themselves to play online because the rewards were so bad offline. They finally give us some decent rewards offline. So I think all that combined, less people will probably play Showdown. Next we got the park grind. It wasn't for me. Sean Kemp, not saying he's a bad card. He just doesn't really play for me. Even though my no money spent, I didn't really need to go get him because I didn't post this next video yet, but we got some acquisitions at Power Forward that, in my opinion, are better than Sean Kemp. And then also last week I played almost strictly for the 92 plus overall pack, and this week it's a 90 plus. So I was kind of like, you know, this week I'm gonna just sit this one out. The 90 plus pack is kind of an L. Sean Kemp's a W, just wasn't for me. Let me know what you guys think about that grind. Lastly, Tonio said, waste of my time, who do I pick? So this kind of threw me off a little bit because Bob Pettis not the best card in the game, but he's pretty solid. In my opinion, Jason Tatum's a really good card. So I see posts like this quite often, and my outlook on it is kind of weird. So if Jason Tatum doesn't play on your team, it kind of makes me think one thing. Your small forward is probably Opal LeBron or Pink Diamond Bron, Opal Giannis, Opal Bernard King. If you have those cards, then if you grinded for this option pack, honestly, it's kind of like it was a waste of your time. Because if you have those cards, you have some of the best cards in the game. Who are you hoping for? That's what, like, that's really, if you have, you know, Opal LeBron or Opal Giannis, there's really only like one card you could be hoping for that position. Maybe Bernard King. I don't know, man. And if you have Bob Pettis, not the best in the game, but you know, he could be an improvement unless you have a really good Opal power forward center already. So if you have the best cards in the game, then why'd you do the grind? You know, you feel me? Like me. So for instance, I literally just mentioned this, that Sean Kemp wasn't for me. I didn't participate. The 95 hidden gems, I said, you know, I didn't see any cards in there I liked, didn't participate. I'd be damned if I do a grind that I know like only 5% of the cards will play for my team. You feel me? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Let me know. Am I tripping or am I right here? All right, let's get in the creator spotlight. We like to show some love to another content creator in the 2K space. Our boy JC2K finally got his account back, y'all. I don't think he needs a shout out from me. You know, he's a pretty big content creator, but I just want to say congratulations on him for being able to fight through it, finally getting into YouTube support and finally getting his account back. And I just kind of think, you know, things work in mysterious ways. The fact that he made a new account and showed that he was going to push through it, and, you know, no matter what, he was going to get through this. I think in a way that, it's going to sound crazy, in a way that made the YouTube support help him. Like, not like in a religious way. I just think, you know, sometimes when you push through things and make it happen, good things happen to you. I don't know. That's just me, man. Another thing I want to highlight, you know, Ant Live and No Return were in Park yesterday. I love to see creators collab with each other. That's just a huge W, you know, two creators, you know, going in, putting content together forever. That's what I'm about, man. I love that shit. Lastly, it wouldn't be a creator spotlight if I don't show love to one of my own videos. I dropped my second episode of my No Money Spent and y'all loved it. The views came in flying in like crazy. The comments, you guys loved it. I'm definitely keeping the No Money Spent series going. I think I'm gonna limit it to one a week, just because I want to be able to open like a good amount of packs. I want to be able to do a good amount of challenges to put together a good video, as opposed to feel like I'm rushing them. So I'm gonna keep doing them once a week. Or let me know if you guys want like midweek updates. All right, let's get into moments of the day, where I like to give you guys some moments from NBA history for today's date, just to improve y'all's ball knowledge. Pause. We got quite a few to go over today, man. I'm not gonna lie. Some of these are just really dope. This first one, I just didn't know was a thing. I'm a little bit on the younger side, okay? So this happened in 1995. I was born in 94. It says FIBA and the NBA announced that the winner of the NBA Finals would represent the NBA in the McDonald's Championship to be played the following October. The tournament featured many of the best club teams in the world. The McDonald's Championship, formerly known as McDonald's Open, was established as a joint effort by FIBA and the NBA in 1987. I'd never heard of this. So now I gotta go back and kind of do more research and see what exactly this was. It sounds pretty dope. Next, we had Kobe recorded 31 points in 30 minutes to win the unanimous MVP of the Western Conference in the All-Star in 2002. I'm a simple man. Anytime I see a Kobe moment, I talk about it. 2017, Draymond Green becomes the first player in NBA history to record a triple-double with fewer than 10 points. 12 rebounds, 10 assists, 10 steals with only 4 points. Lastly, 2018, Paul Pierce got his number retired. I wanted to talk about this because I didn't even know he had his number retired. I'm not going to hold you, but I like Paul Pierce. Shout out to Truth, man. That's going to wrap up today's video. I do appreciate y'all rocking with me all the way through to the end. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. We're going to 2,500 really soon. We're trying to get there as fast as we can. And also, if you do like this video, be sure to leave a comment down below for a chance to get featured in tomorrow's video. It could be anything, a question for me. It could be a conversation starter, something funny, anything like that. And if you did like this video, check out this one as well. It might be something else you enjoy. I'm really trying to push this No Money Spent series. You seem to be enjoying it a lot, so go check it out.